Hello, I am Evelyn Whitney, author of the book TruthSpeak: Some Real Reasons Men and Women Don't Communicate. And I'd like to talk with you today for just a moment about the topic: the purpose of a relationship. I saw a video online wherein a young gentleman was speaking about this topic, and what he said was the purpose of a relationship is to heal. Many people believe that, and you can also see some logic in it to the extent that a relationship provides the environment where which you're able to see yourself in ways that you might not otherwise and learn some things about yourself that enables you to make better choices for your behavior moving forward. Most people can accept that as a general premise. But what if you believe the opposite? What if you are emotionally intelligent enough and mature enough to recognize that you cannot handle and manage a quality relationship if you're broken? What for those people who expect to be healed before they enter relationship? For them, the purpose of relationship cannot be to be healed because they believe that in order to have a relationship, they must first be healed. That presents the same catch 22 as most people who are young in their careers have also found. You can't be hired without experience, but you can't get the experience until you're hired. So when you believe that the purpose of a relationship is to be healed, but you can't have a relationship until you are, what is the answer to that conundrum? I propose to you that the answer is actually very simple. The answer is that the purpose of a relationship is not to heal, but to grow. The difference between those two is simply this: all healing is growth, but not all growth begins from a place of brokenness. Let's say, for example, if you have a bachelor's degree and you want to secure a master's degree, that arc from the bachelor's degree to the master's degree is absolutely considered growth. But is it considered brokenness to only have the bachelor's degree? No, that in and of itself is quite an accomplishment. So the idea that moving from one place of accomplishment to another is growth, and that growth did not have to begin from a place of brokenness in order to be considered substantial growth. Now, how does this apply in the point of relationship? Many people believe that they deserve a relationship, that someone owes them some affection because it is human nature to seek to be loved. And in certain applications, very limited, that can be agreed upon by most. But what I offer you today is this: every life has inherent value. You are encouraged to donate blood because your life has inherent value. You deserve respect as a person and as a citizen and as an individual because your life has inherent value. Does that inherent value qualify you to be a good relationship person? No, it does not. The fact that you wake up every day does mean that you deserve respect as an individual and that your life has value. But that inherent value does not mean you are quality relationship material. There are people who put relationships on a quality scale of 1 to 10. And they say that they want a relationship that's a 9 or a 10 or even a low 8. But if they do not resolve their own dysfunctions and their own detrimental practices that keep them locked in behaving at 4 and 5, then they're asking for a relationship at 9 or 10 that's twice what they're even capable of as an individual. So, yes, we can agree that your life has inherent value and that you are valuable as a person, but that inherent person value does not qualify you to have a relationship. No one owes you the choice that it is to love. We say that love is a choice, but then we jump right over that into what people feel entitled to. Let me show you why love is a choice. You and this person to whom you've committed in this relationship must choose every day to be with that person, to be together. And people say that relationships take work. What does that mean? It's difficult sometimes to admit that you're wrong. It's difficult sometimes to apologize when you're wrong. It's difficult sometimes to put someone else's needs above your own. In doing that for the relationship, those are examples of the work that it takes to have a relationship. People who are not capable of making those kinds of choices for someone else's benefit are not often good relationship partners. That has no bearing on the inherent value of their lives. They're just not good relationship partners, which is a point of growth. If you have a relationship in the which you seek to grow, many times you can grow in a relationship. You can start from one place and graduate, if you will, to higher emotional intelligence. So I don't want to leave you discouraged that if you know you're broken, that you just won't ever have a relationship. If you do know your issues, that is a first primary role and point in how you can navigate a successful relationship. If you know you're broken in certain areas, those are the areas that you become vulnerable to your partner regarding, and you talk to your partner and you work through those things, accepting as well that your partner will have their own issues through which they are working. And it is in that environment where the choice that it is to love a person has its furthest efficacy. They know that you are flawed, you know that they are flawed, and you are choosing together to grow from that place. Because people have different experiences, someone might determine that patience at level 5 is not inherently bad. But if they grow in their relationship from patience at level 5 to patience at level 7, that is considered growth. Except again, it did not necessarily begin from a place of brokenness, as many circumstances often dictate should be the necessity. And I am offering you today a different consideration perspective. If you have a relationship, the purpose of that relationship is not to heal, but to grow. All healing is growth, but not all growth begins from a place of brokenness. Your inherent value as a person does not qualify you to have a good relationship. There are areas wherein which you must do work in order for a person to choose to love you and for you to choose to love them as well. So, again, absolutely, you can experience healing in a relationship, but that is not the purpose of a relationship. Otherwise, people who are broken and know that they're broken would never have relationships until they are healed, and then they would progress to that. If you are seeking a relationship, understand where you are broken and know how to talk to your partner about those areas. And you can use the relationship as a platform from which you can heal. But if people have already resolved their issues, we talk about baggage in many situations. Not everybody carries baggage. Everyone has known trauma, everyone has known loss, But not everybody lets those things bleed over onto other parts of their lives, which is what we tend to call baggage. If two people have resolved their own individual issues and have come together for a relationship, they, in that relationship, can still grow, even though it did not begin from a place of brokenness. Like, subscribe, and follow. I'll see you next time.